Welcome everybody. I'm just going to show you some steps which is related to filling up the YUKTI portal form because there has been so many queries and so many confusion. So first of all, let's open up a Google page and type YUKTI. YUKTI, AACT. So what we see, the very first link is YUKTI National Innovation Repository. Let's go over there. Within this page, we need to get into the login page over here. So just click on the login page and you'll see that a login page comes up. So if you are registered, you can directly get into this login page and enter your email and then password. And if you are not registered, please go to the new registration. And then under the new registration, you need to enter the state as Jharkhand. You need to be very careful in filling up this institute name. So it is Birla Institute of Technology, Ranchi. Click over there, put up your name, right? Just write your name, keep your email ID, write your phone number, put up your gender details, put up the category. You need to assign the current engagement with the institute. So if you are a student, you put up student. If you are a faculty, keep it as faculty. If you are a graduate or alumni of the institute, make yourself as an alumni, and then either you can have the entrepreneur if you are an entrepreneur at any of the incubation center at BIT. So you can, or maybe if you are incubating at BIT, so you can simply click over there. So myself being a faculty, I can simply choose this as a faculty or staff. I need to put on some of my ID. Maybe I can just simply keep my employee code over here. And then I just need to upload a snapshot of the ID card which has been provided to us. Maybe you can simply take the ID card which has been recently provided by the institute. So just upload a JPG or PNG image of that file, which should be less than 2 MB. And then you can register. So once if you register, you'll again come to the same login page. So let me log in from my ID and see what happens. So this is my ID and I enter a password, whatever password is there. So I enter it over here. Just click over the captcha. I'm not a robot, and then you can log in over here. So once if you log in, there are a few things. Let's say on the on the top of this band, what you see is home, submit an idea, contact institute, update profile. So if you need to update your profile, you can simply click this thing and then you can update your profile. If you want to contact the institute, so these are the two persons, IAC President, which is the Dean of Research, Innovation and Entrepreneurship, Dr. Jagannathan, and the IAC Convener, who is Dr. K. Sridhar Patnaik. You can then go to the submit an idea or innovation startup. So here you see there are two tabs which are given over here. One is the add innovation details and the second one is add startup details. So if I'm a faculty and I have done lot many projects and I have something innovative to be showcased over here. So what we need to do is there are three additional tabs which are given over here. One is idea or POC repository, innovation or prototype repository, or we can have a business model startup. So we can directly go to the idea repository if you feel like whatever you have done is something related to a good idea or some kind of POC which you have developed. So we need to get into the add innovation details. So just click over there. So in the innovation detail, what you need to just fill up. Say for example, there are two radio buttons. One is for idea or POC and the other one is innovation or prototype. Let's say I'll start with the idea or POC. So what we need to do is to first of all just enter the title of the project or whatever we have developed, the ideas. Developed as a part of, if you see there are three things in the drop down box: academic requirement, academic research assignment, some industry sponsored project, independent assignment or non-academic study project. Choose the financial year, in which financial year you have done, either 1920, 2021, 21, 22. So if it is beyond this range, it would be considered. Just look into the sector domain, whichever domain suits over here, please fill up that. Then you need to put up what kind of innovation it is, whether it is a product or it is a process or it is a service or it is related to business innovations or marketplace, whatever. The development stage, technology maturity of the solution. So this you can refer to the TRL level and another site will open up. So here you can see that the technology readiness level is given over here. So if you are onto the basic principles observed, it is TRL1, TRL2, and so on and so forth, right? So you can directly look into where your innovation is lying, under which band, under which TRL it is lying. Define the problem and its relevance on today's market, society, or industry needs. This is what you have to done within a limit of 100 words. Describe the solutions, proposed solutions, or whatever has been developed. Uniqueness and distinctive features. This is what is to be entered. How you proposed or developed solution is, how it is different from the others. So basically, you need to talk about who are the competitors and what way your product is better. Is there any IP or patentable component associated with the solution? Has the solution received any innovation seed grant, anything? So if you have received, please mention yes. Once if you mention yes, you'll be asked for what kind of total grant has been given and all those things, how much grant has been given by the institute. So even from the institutes, if you're utilizing any kind of equipment from the institute, or if you're utilizing some of the facilities, definitely those things are supposed to be entered over here. If you have taken seed grant, those faculty members or those students, maybe UG, PG projects, if you have received any kind of grant from the institute, that needs to be entered over here. This is very, very important. Are there any recognitions obtained by the solutions? Have you done anything, any recognitions? Have you presented it somewhere outside, or has it been presented in maybe any of the conferences or anything which is there? If there is any recognition, please put up that. Is the solution commercialized either through technology transfer or enterprise? This also you need to fill up. If it is no, keep it as no. If it is yes, then you need to give more details of it, right? And then you need to have a mandatory video URL. So if you have any kind of video, please keep it in your Google Drive, make a link and put the link over here, or you may upload that into the YouTube videos and do it. And then for the proposed solution, you just need to upload any kind of photograph which should be less than 2 MB. So that photograph should be able to show you that what are the things you have done. Basically, maybe it can be a graph, or it maybe can be a pictorial representation of whatever has been done. So this is about the idea or proof of concept. The other one is, then you can go on, if you feel that it should go to innovation or prototype, you can click over there, and the form remains almost same with a slight difference in somewhere in the manufacturing maturity and solutions. So that depends upon like what you are proposing, right? If it is in a manufacturing level, in addition to TRL, you also need to refer to MRL stages, that is the manufacturing readiness level, right? The same site will open up, and you need to check it that where it lies in your manufacturing readiness level. So that again will be somewhere in this document. So that also has to be checked upon, right? Again, there is investment readiness level. So again, in the same document, probably the investment readiness level, manufacturing readiness level, investment readiness level is also given over here, right? So you need to get into those things as well. And finally, you need to put up all these details have to be filled up, and then you need to save, right? Once you save this data, once this data is saved, you'll be actually asked, you'll be actually asked that what kind of team members are over there. So you need to add, if you have a student or if you have a faculty associated with you, please add the team members and update the data. Same way, if there is no mentor, or if there is any mentor associated, please update that data over here. And this, after submission, this thing will go to the IIC portal, and then it's the work of the IC portal or IC experts who are going to take the action. So this is a very simple task which you have to do, because most of the things are available with you. So please try to fill up these data as soon as possible. If you have any startup details, the same startup details needs to be added over here. So if you have any startup, please enter all the details of the startup, and you need to submit those things with the video URL and along with the photographs. So I'll just stop at this point. In case if you have any query, please write down to me. I'll definitely try to answer your queries as soon as possible. Thank you very much.